Hello. Yep. So once again, we're going to sort of these questions using autopsy. So we have a number of questions here, and let me introduce the case that we're working on, and we already have the data loaded in our sources. So we're gonna work with this. So mini scenario is an employee was suspected of leaking data, company data. This image was retrieved from the machine. You were assigned to perform the initial analysis. Um, Further action will be determined based on the initial findings. A reminder, since the actual this image is not in the attached VM, running autopsy sessions will not be displayed in any actual data. Only the metadata for that row within the local database, you can click no when you are notified about the missing image, and that we already done it. So question one, what is the name of the install program with the version number of 6202926? So we have key search for that. Let's see if it's gonna help. So 62 that 2962 62 and see if anything comes up. Exact match, 35 hits. Let's see if we can stretch this out recently. Okay, I can work with this. I just look better. So program. All right, let's bring it up this way. And install programs, artifacts, download. So this program, install. All right, so we have install program artifact. And down here, program name eraser. No hesitation. Eraser with a S. That's one. Number two is user has a password hint. What is the value? A user has a password hint. What is the value? So we're looking at a value with 5 digits. So over here in the metadata, user that, let's see, eraser, what we have was with the version number of all these things, they do make sense. Matches and page Client. This is only information about this. Okay, so second question, user has a password hint. What is the value? So these are interest fields that I like to look at. So extracted fields, content. So I'm gonna open up and look at it. So I'm interested in users, whatever has to do with users. Install, encryption, detected, operating system user accounts. Go into this system account management. And over here, it's all displayed, 10 accounts, created, username, informant, temporary, admin 11, IT 13, administrator, and this is all the accounts, profiles, operating system users, that's in his operating system. So our guy informant is suspect. And data access created. I see a data actually account type before admin user. Sounds a little interesting. And password hint. I am a man. Password failed detail date. Password settings. Does not expire. Shows persistent. Does not expire. Normal account user flag. Is in C user informants. So let's get the flag. It's all capital. IAMAN. Password hint. Maybe I'll try it on the one on top. And that's the one. So going into extracted contents and operating system account. That's where I found it. So minorize that, and numerals, secret files were accessed from the network drive, from a network drive. Account was identified. Was the IP address of what was the IP address? So this time, I think the key search again, because numerals, secret files were accessed. So these things has a classification of secret. Let me see, with capital. And I have already have some hits. And let's just go 82 results. We're looking for an AIP address. It's a lot of them. We're looking for any IPs. Location. Modified time. app data information. I'm just looking at the columns. Access, created time, size, flag there, flag meta, known, hash, name, extension, log, the text, the text, link. Okay, that's not in the link this thing, so secret files access on network drive. So is there any extension on that? What is DRP? So from here, what I'm doing is we'll go, I did a search. I did a search to get this flag. So I said secret addresses, IP addresses. This is interesting because I can just look for IP addresses, email, credit card numbers. So let's say, all right here. And by the way, we're looking for numerous secret files where access from the network drive and also the IP address. So we're looking for IP address related to secrets. So my first search was this one. It was 404 results. Over here is a little bit difficult to identify something. Keyword list, and then it's giving me IP addresses. Look into the word secret. So establish the search. So whatever IP address is linked to all these documents, 82 documents. I can just go here and there's a keyword list, IP addresses, search. One result for now. This right here is loading. And we can do a little scrolling. Let's say we have, yeah, that's an IP address. But that's from web. That'll come back later. Something else was highlighted as a IP address, but I also want to link this with secret pricing decisions. That's an IP. We could try that for the flag secret project. Try 128 that. Oh no, that's not 128. It's 10. Dot 11. Dot 11. That. No, not trying to do all that. 128 from within the network. So here's the flag. And I'm getting some sort of split view over here. So another way to do it quickly, extract the content. Let's hit that. And recent documents, run programs, beautiful. Now I started liking it. Shell bags, awesome too. But we're looking for things within the network. So I would say let's click on one operating system user account names. For keywords, extension match detected. Um, great. But not we're not install programs. All right, so keyword hits. The minus. So there's a different menu below this. So let's keyword hits. Let's analyze keyword hits. So single literal search IP addresses, a lot of them, phone numbers, URLs. So let's go into searches for these words. What's going on? Single regular expression, zero. So right here, once we go into that, which is the same over here, we got the word secret, and then the secret over here. So we can try both. Same documents I saw, but now we're doing more of a manual search. Let's take this out. Some of this. And listen. So right here, I'm looking for an IP address, which I already found. The word secret is listed. And here's IP that we found, secret. And again, more details. Too many details. So here's the address. And that's all I wanted to show you. There was two ways to do it. Okay, so next question, what web search term has the most entries? So we have a web search category over here. And I will be surprised. Web cache that have the most entries. What web search? All right, let's go get with the web searches. Keyword hits, numbers, search expressions, recycle, secret, remove, secret, recycle bin, program, recycle, 41, recycle. No. All right, let's just move from here. Take this down. IP addresses, phone numbers, URLs, email. So we are at that interesting files. Let's say Google.x, interesting result, 0 hashes, URLs. Oh, definitely suspicious. And what web search term has the most entries? Okay, so the question is what web search term has the most entries? So once again, back to extracted content, which will make sense. You go here, you go down over here, and then go on. Let's just go back in time. Extracted and yeah, web bookmarks. These are the bookmarks. So the cache, we have that categories, history, cloud.com. That could be suspicious. Web cookies, all the web cookies that were utilized in this machine. Web downloads, interesting info. Web history, and then web searches. So who got the most hits? Program name, I will guess date, data source, 63 results. That's that was a lot of Googling and searches. What web search term has the most entries? All right, so text information leakage cases. We'll try that one because that's just a term. And it look more. So let's say keyword list, credit card numbers on phone. Let's take out this. Just to assure. Web search. Search. Searches. Let's see. Exact. Um, search. Informant got his thing, so I'll go into his file. Because he's our guy. 0 returning results from web search. Web search forwarding email message. Recall an event. All right, let's not go into the rabbit hole. Web history, web search. Web history, simple as this. And then if search term has the most, the URL title, Google Chrome. Then that right there is what we're looking for, what they input. Let's clear this up a little. Google domain information leakage. So let's say this guy was researching about information leakage. Case. That was his search information leak cases, and it'll be appearing on text. Okay, so we're still conducting more searches after the information leakage cases. What was the web search conducted on 3/25/2015? 21/24. So let's look for this. Say, what was the web search conducted? What was? I will go for, I mean, this is the history obvious. So the search keywords, and this is 63 results. I could say this on 2015. That's on 3/25. Let's go down. 3/23. 3/22. 3/22. 3/24. We only have 3 of those, and the exact time is 21:46:44. That's hours. So it will be this one. Term time link.com. What was the search conducted? 3/25. 2015. 946. What was he searching? Microsoft Edge and file. Web cache. Yeah. So, all right, sample the file. Let's see if it's clearer over on this way. The eraser, anti-forensic tools, web search. What's this guy looking for? I saw on text. Let's try this because um anti forensics forensic tools. That's a misspell on the that's the one. Two questions. What's the hash value of the binary listed in interesting files? So self-explanatory. Let's close this out a little bit so we can clear it up a little bit. So interesting files down here, different categories. So collapse this, collapse, extracted content, very useful source, and keyword hits. So interesting items. Here's where it starts. Interesting files, and we're looking for the binary. What was the hash value of this? So we have it right here. Well, this one might be a little. Let's see what the hint said. File metadata section showing in task 5 content viewer. Listed hash value of the binary listed in interesting files. So let's see the name of this, change, time, modify, file path. That's our data. File name. And that's a download. Interested files. So let's check out something. Because I can just copy paste for the hash keywords. No, in this text, in this file, this program cannot be run in the OS mode. Results. That's better. Artifacts ID, Google Drive. Distinct identifier, artifacts. File metadata. Create a change identify shop 56. And it is download. All right, so metadata, ND5. So let's go FE 18 BO2. So that's what I'm doing. I'm typing. So I think I got it. So this is the correct. The answer is correct. It's a great tool. Um, all right. So the last question is, what self-insuring message did the informant write for himself on a sticky note? No spaces. So this guy wrote something to himself. Some case. Let's find this one. All right, so back to this quickly. So what self-assuring message did the informant write for himself on a sticky note? No spaces. So for me to get to this part, I didn't know sticky note was a program in Windows. So what I did, you can tell, I look for extensions. File extension.org, simplestickynotes.com. Let's see what they have. Sticky notes, enjoy ECPDF, from settings, standard classic. All right, so that didn't take me nowhere. So what I did, I know informant did it. So I went and look into his programs. So let me check something. Let's see, extracted content, and I went into the cases. So I look for, yo creo que Angelo tiene el line. Let's look into users. System volume users. So this is where I base my theory. All users, informant. So over here I have informant and app data, application data, desktop, download, links, documents, network, recent, let's see what recent, there's nothing on recent. My documents, recent sent to, any notes. In it to win it. This guy ran a number of things on this, but what I looked was app. Let me see app data. I went to rooming, take notes. Let's start seeing. So this one is from Microsoft, and I look at it, sticky notes. So sticky notes has a note, and is that SMT. So let's find out what he has. I don't know if I can enlarge this or bring it up. Let's bring it up. And he said everything will be okay. That part, then tomorrow it has 3 dots right here. So it looks like tomorrow is the one with a capital letter. Tomorrow. Um, tomorrow, that will be okay. That and not our flag. Tomorrow will be okay. Tomorrow, everything. Everything will be okay. Got the flag. So that's forensics. Using autopsy. So that part is done. Give a little bit of footwork for that last question. Let's just read along with this one. I have a feeling I'm not gonna need the machine. Let's just go and do. Um, so you may have noticed that other parts of the user interface weren't discussed yet. So this bar right here, yeah, this has parts. So images, videos. Please refer to autopsy documentation. Following visualization tools, image, videos, communication timelines. Within the attached VM, you will not be able to practice with some of the visualization tools. So they're giving examples. The timeline tools is composed of the three areas, uh, filter and arrow, and events displayed based on the filter criteria. Events are displayed here based on the view mode. Files contain additional information, and the event is displayed in this area. There are three view modes: count, details, and list the count numbers of events displayed in the bar view. Cool, that's very helping on details, information, events. You can see detail counts list. And the first feature was visualization tools. Nothing different. There are three view modes. View right here, count list. Above the screenshot, view mode counts. Below is a screenshot with details. Details will get you details. And the number seen above indicate the number of clusters collapse events for specific time frames. For example, Windows, there are 13,257 events. Expand the cluster. You can expand the cluster and icon plus the sign. See below the example. To collapse the event, click on red icon and minus sign. Red icon minus signs. You can collapse the map marker icon plus the sign. If you wish to be in the product events, you will move in the event, isolate section, everything. So this is like extra features on this GUI. for autopsy. So let's see what the questions are. Using the timeline, how many results were there on 2015 or 12? So it's on singles, and then the majority of events occurred on date, month, year. So let's figure it out because I think the pictures have it. Should we know information to get started interacting with the timeline with some level of confidence? Okay, so timeline results. Let's get to it. All right, so quickly, I'm gonna call on a full screen. And I'm gonna go to the other side and get timeline going, timeline going. So right here, this is timeline as I described earlier. So this is more of a graphic event situations. So let's give it a try. So I have two questions. Using timeline, there's many results. There were how many results? There were on 15 or 112. 15 or 112. And the timeline is how many results were here, were there on 15, 2015 or 112. Okay, so let's see. Let's apply some filters. Zoom, history, display times, local zones. 2015, 2015. 2015 or 1, January 12th. January 12th. The search. How many? 12. 12. So On January the 12th, how many events? 46. Yeah, we see some, we get the idea. Let's go for 46. That works. So then, majority of file events occur on what date? Month, date, and year. So the majority of the file events list, but list, last but not least, a screenshot of list view mode is below. And we're looking for files that occur. So let's see if we can stream the system for files. Then data, files, apply files, and let's just go back to 2009. List. All right, events over 100,000. These are file events. Are there any don't limit that. Are there any all right, so this is a timeline, which is good. Let's go to count. And then I'm looking for files, issues. The event snapshot report scale. And I guess I could use, let me see. What are this? Okay, so web, others, file system. So these are file situations, and it seems like 2009. Has the most file events. I'm looking for counts. So if I go to the beginning, um, right, so there's a majority of files, and my time will be March 25, 2015. Let's say March 5, comma, 15. Let's see if oh yeah, that's our flag. And we are winners. Next one is red line. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you, by the way. My name is Emil, and I'll leave you on the screen with a congrats. Thank you very much.